Here we go. We got a couple minutes of sunshine, and then I think we'll be fine in the sunset. Nope. Sunrise studio here at Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter headquarters. I always start by laughing. I do probably. It's funny. There. Hi, I'm Sarah Peasley. Um, Hopefully Clara won't bark. Oh my gosh, don't look, Sarah, just straighten it. There we go. Well, I mean, the whole time. She won't bark the whole time. So, hi, it's the beginning of the week. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the work week. My work week actually is today. Today's the only day I leave the house to go to work, which is why we do live stream at 9 to try to get up and get going so I'm not running out the door late. I still managed to run out the door late though because I'm me. Hello, viewers. How are you? Happy Monday. Um, since Mondays are about new things. Hi, Tammy. Nice to see you. Since Mondays are beginnings and fresh starts and new things, I have um, at least 3 new things to show you. I don't have anything for you to help me with today, really. Um, Sad story. I fell yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? Sunday. In the shower. Hi, Diane. When you're in the shower, don't imagine me naked, please. Do not, whatever you do, imagine me naked in the shower. But I'm going to tell you a naked in the shower story. Um, you know, you have to wash parts. And so I washed my foot, my leg, and then my foot. And then I do this every time I put my foot down, the foot that I just washed, which is usually my left foot. And then I go and I make sure that, I've rinsed the soap off. I put it down and I kind of go like that on the floor of the bathtub because my shower is my bathtub until I have a good footing, haha. And then I put my other foot up on the back of the tub and wash that leg and foot. Oh, Tammy, I'm so happy that you're there. Um, I can't see you, but you can imagine me naked if you want to. Don't imagine me naked. Okay. So I put my so yesterday I washed the first foot. I put it down and did the squishy thing to try to get my footing, and I thought one of these days, I got to be really careful because one of these days, and I picked up my right foot and I put it on the back of the tub, and my left foot went out from under me, and it was a jumble of arms and legs. Let me tell you, there were a lot of arms and legs on the way down, and when I landed, my left leg was, you know, like I was half cross-legged. So that's the one that slipped. And I don't know where my right leg was, out in front of me. And I was still holding the soap. So yay me. And my eye feels all wet. And so I landed on my ass, obviously. And then I went back as I landed right into the spout, whatever you call that thing that the water comes out of, really hard. And that's how I came to rest because that's where my weight was. And I've learned, I didn't really learn, but when I fall, because sadly I've fallen outside a few times or inside, the famous cat episode. I just kind of stopped and assessed and looked at where everything was. And right then, my left foot started throbbing. And I thought, okay, left foot. My right wrist was hurting. I thought, okay, right wrist. And my back was killing me. Hi Kelly. I was sure I'd ripped it open on that spout because there's that little boop boop thing for the shower on top of it too. The little boop boop thing. So I sat there for a minute and then I'm like, okay, I should try to get up. So I tried to figure out where to put the soap since and the shower's, pouring down on my head. So in retrospect, what if it had knocked me out or paralyzed me and I'd be sitting there with the shower on my head for eternity because who would come look for me? So that's fun. People have my phone was in the room with me. I think it usually is. And people do have the key to my house. It was hard to get up. Let me tell you, with my feet sort of in front of me, I couldn't, and the one foot was hurting. Anyway, I got up And I guess I finished my shower slowly, just the little bits I needed to do, and got out. And there's not, so today's 24 hours later, almost exactly. And my back, like it feels like I should have a giant bruise on my back. I have no visible signs on my back. And my wrists, both my wrists started hurting last night, and my feet are fine. So, long story short, I bought a bath mat. I knew that I needed to buy a bath mat. I bought a fucking bath mat. So, I'm actually going to put it in the tub. I had a choice of, well, hold on. Let's just do this, shall we? Oh, look, there's a cup of tea. Center it. Let's see. Move that cup of tea. Well, actually, we should look at the cup of tea, shouldn't we, since it's Monday? Let me take my little sip. So one thing I've been aware of recently, because I'm not left-handed, is that most of the things are put on the side that faces you if you're right-handed. Okay, so, there we go. North Allegheny High School, class of 1979. Raise your hand if that's you. It's a tiger paw because we were the tigers, and I thought there was something wrong with the middle of the paw, but that's a tiger head. Arr. So, and this side says 10-year reunion, November 24th, 1989. That's before any children of mine. Not any children, that'd be weird. Sounded like I made a noise. So there you go. That's North Allegheny High School in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh. I lived in one of those places that didn't really exist, but now it does. It was a township, and our post office was in a different town. And now it's the town of McCandless, whereas before it was McCandless Township. But I think the address, I don't know what the addresses there are now. Anyway, we're opening up the thing. Whoops. I had a choice of, see what I think she's barking at, because I just took her out and fed her. What I think she's barking at is that across the street and 2 doors down, we have the mobile pet groomer. So I'm thinking she's barking at whatever's going on over there. Okay, so I had a choice of pebbles or bubbles, and black or clear, skid resistant suction cups. I was trying so hard. Did we all grow up with that disgusting Rubbermaid beige or whatever mat in our tub that had the suction cups that, eventually you pulled it up and they'd just rip and it just got mungy looking? I didn't want that. I really didn't want that. But when I knew I was going to get a bath mat yesterday, and when I got there, they didn't have any choices. All of them had, except the ones I listed, suction cups. And then phthalate free. That's a Looney Tunes word, if ever I saw one. Lori piped in the comments of my Facebook post and said, phthalates are bad. Phthalates are bad. I was looking for my phone so I could tell you why. Oops, that's not where I want to be. Let's see. Oh, it would be in Facebook, and we're already on Facebook, so we're not going to do that. I'm not going to go away and look it up. Anyway, this is kind of fun. I mean, you can see hopefully suction cups have improved since the 60s and 70s and 80s. So we got some fake pebbles. It was $3 more, I think, to get the fake pebbles than the bubbles that look like just bubbles. Anyway, that's going. Well, I shouldn't put it there. I should put it where I'll see it. That's going in the tub today. Sorry, sniff, sniff, sniff. Another new thing. So, PSA: get the bath mat now instead of after you've fallen. That was my thought on the way down with all those arms and legs. I'm like, God damn it. I knew I should get one. I didn't get one, and now I'm falling. Apparently I'm tall. It takes a while to fall down. Voltaren. I had some Voltaren, and I gave it away because my sore parts were my shoulders, and if you read the label, it says not to put it above your hips or something. So I was like, well, I'm a label follower, and I gave it to a friend who uses Voltaren. Um, Lost you. There you are. So, hi. This is a little kitty cat. Um, this is a little kitty cat. It's a big kitty cat. It's this big. It's bark bark. It's this big. Oh, the sun's almost gone. It's like having a rear view mirror right there. Isn't that funny? Evil kitty cat with the death glare. Blah. Okay. Um, this is the kitty cat I was making because I didn't want to finish the sloth. This was like 2 years ago. And guess what? I finished the kitty cat on Friday because Fridays are for finishing. So on my Friday live stream, I finished the kitty cat. And it was bizarre. Um, I'm probably going to regret having done this instead of an outline stitch, but who's going to really yank on those? Hopefully not anybody. And there we go. And it was just a tube. And so you sew little ears together. You just sew the top corners and then cinch the middle for the head. And then they asked you to, the directions instructed you to put batting inside and then stuff the batting. I'm like, what the hell? Who does that? But I had batting. So I put that in. I just cut it bigger, like about, I don't know, that long. And it went in and dramatic lighting like the old movies. Yes, I've been watching all the crime noir movies from like the 30s, 40s. You're exactly right. Put it in the batting, and it's funny because it was sticking to itself, so I had trouble making a nice cylinder of it because it rumpled where it crossed. Squirrel. And then I had a small bag of stuffing and a brand new bag of stuffing, and I didn't think, like in normal times without batting it would have been enough to stuff the cat, the small bag. But with the batting in there, I put the whole bag in there and it's perfect. And then you just cinch the bottom and I shoved the ends in and there you go. I have a cat. It's all squishy. Boop, boop. So that's new. Time for a sip. Yeah, I've been watching all these old dramatic film noir or crime noir or whatever. It's Noir-vember on one of the streaming services. Canopy, maybe. I already used up all my Canopy credits through the library and all my Hoopla credits through the library for the month. Actually, I did that about a week ago. So I'm on hold with Doc Martin because that's the only place I can find him. I'm not paying for any services at the moment. I thought briefly of going to Netflix. I don't know if they had Doc Martin, but then I read that Hulu might be a good choice, and then I'm like, I don't need to pay for any stupid streaming services. I can save that money, and so I'm on Tubi now, which is with ads, like the old days when we had commercials, which is fine. So everybody has the old crime films. Okay, sniff. Next new thing. It's actually a couple weeks old, but I didn't show you. I was at my cousin Nancy's house. Oh, a while ago. And her husband David came out wearing this, I called it a barn coat because it looked like a barn coat. Did I used to have a red barn coat? Or I coveted a red barn coat? If I had a red barn coat, I would think I'd still have it. Anyway, somebody somewhere had a barn coat. So I'm like, I love that barn coat. And she's like, it's just a shirt. I'm like, no, I love it. She said, I'll make you one. She said, you buy the fabric, I'll make you one. So I did. I don't remember the name of the website, it had the word fabric in it, but it's linen. They focus on linen, and this was some kind of finished linen. And I found in their sale section a 2-yard piece. I was like, what color? Should I go red or should I go gray or should I go navy blue? Trying to stay away from black. And so as I was looking, like the next day, I kept looking, and then in their sale part is called doggy bags, and a 2-yard length of black came in to sale, and so it's black. Who's surprised? Not me. And then I needed to pick out a lining because it was a lined shirt. And so I went to Seams and shopped the flannels because this is, in fact, as it turns out, I realized later, Shacket. I don't know what that is, a shirt jacket. So now people can make fun of me, but oh my gosh. So this is my Shacket. This is the outside. You can't see it because it's black, but I'll show it to you under the way close machine. Uh-oh, there it is. So it's, the light's shining on it, but it's a black linen, some kind of finished linen, I don't know. And we have, what are those called? Buttonholes. She did a lovely job. We have the sleeve seams. We have pockets because I asked for patch pockets. David had a chest pocket, but I said, nope, I won't use that. I'm not a boy. I would like some patch pockets, please. And then I chose these. I'm trying not to show you the lining yet. Oop! I chose these buttons, which are, that one's upside down. Spin. I don't know what they are. Bighorn sheep. I went with bighorn sheep. There's some kind of sheep with horns. Right? Because I already had these in my stash, so yay stash. But look at the lining. Oh my gosh. It doesn't go with the bighorn sheep at all. But it's jungle animals, you guys. I mean, mostly jungle animals. I don't know if there are turtles in the jungle or not, but there must be. So we have a sloth, because the sloth is never going to let me go. We have giraffes and tigers and elephants and zebras and the turtle. Isn't that adorable? So, once I picked that out, I'm like, well, I have sheep buttons. They're all facing different ways. Upside down, it could be like a calamari thing, a squid. Yeah, so it's like, kind of like, plain on the outside, and then you go, whoop, got some jungle animals in there. Isn't that fun? So I've been wearing that, except now it's not going to get above, it's going to be 39, I think, at the most today, because it's stupid outside. It's apparently winter now. Isn't it a cute lining? And then in a related story, you guys, do you remember? I can't remember if I told you last week. I remember when I was asking if anybody had trims like we used to get from the inside of the seam binding packages, Wrights bindings or Wrights trims or whatever. Did you do that when you were a little girl? Or boy? Little child? From your mother's packaging from the seam binding things? Making sure I'm seeing all the comments. So I said, I have this feeling that I want to, oh, hi. Hi. I have this feeling that I want to have a collection of all these trims and things. So I set it in many places, and on this table are piles of trims and things. My sister bought some in California at some old, I don't know, hardware store or something. This is a box from Jackie, who's a Stitches, what do you call them, student, who's like, I have trims, I'll send them to you. And I did not expect this giant box. Yeah, right, Diane? I didn't expect that giant of a box, and I'd have to write her a thank you note for sure. I haven't written any more thank yous in the morning since the one that I told you that I did. So I have thank you notes here, pens and stamps. But as I went through that box, and the box arrived after I'm calling it a barn coat, was done. But guess what arrived? So in the box, so there's trims. Let me show you some of them, just so you see what I mean. So there's like some bits of fabric. There's this, I don't know, like I could do a burn test and see what things are made of, but it looks like a nice piece of linen. I could use that for, well, I can. It's not an even weave. Embroidery, but not cross stitch maybe. Nice pieces of, there's this gorgeous denim. I don't know if it's a stretch denim or not. So just little, it might be, I don't know how to tell. Jessie, it seems, can teach me how to do a burn test. Meg at Woven Art can teach me how to do a burn test. And then there's, oh, crap. Yep. So then there's a whole bunch of this flexi lace seam binding, which cracked me up because I almost forgot another new thing I have this week to show you is that Myra Wood her third book on crazy shot weaving came out. So look up Crazy Shot. I'll put it in the show notes in a million years. But she her first book, they're these slim volumes, is on how to do this crazy shot, which is, let me see if I can say it right, overshot weaving on a rigid heddle loom. Look, overshot weaving on a rigid heddle loom. The second one was how to do that with some samples like mug rugs and a scarf. The second book was like a stitch dictionary, so charts that you could use on in this technique. And then this one is wearables, so it has some bags and scarves, and I'm going to say sweaters, but they're not called sweaters. They're called tops or garments. And I just got it in the mail. And one of the and I edited it, by the way. So I happen to know, even though I haven't read it yet, that one of the things she uses, Myra, to finish, be up here. I should know where things are in this book. One of the things she uses is this, right, flexi lace tape stuff. That. So now I have some. So when I advance to where I can do wearables, I haven't done even the easy stuff yet, then I'll have it. I'll already have the thing. So there's all kinds of, like, here's part of a piping that she was making with some cool fabric, and a bag of some cord type things. What's that? This cool braid stuff. So this is exactly what I was looking for. And then in that box were these two things. I'm like, that's so cute. What would I ever use those for? Can you guess what I would ever use those for? Those are totally going to peek out. Now there's a stroller walking by. I'm safe from the stroller. Let me tell you, it's not taking me by surprise. Let's open it, shall we? So this is, I don't know why she threw them in, but they are zebras and a lion, and they will go perfectly, I think, peeking out of the closet. Peeking out of the closet. Peeking out of the pockets of my jacket. There's two of these. I don't know how to get them out of the bag. Here we go. Here we go. I'm not as smart as that bag. Look. So, I almost forgot to show you Myra's book. So many new things. So, like, here's the pocket, I imagine. And then on the other one, the two little, what do you think? Ah! So that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm so excited. I definitely, and then I need to take a picture of that and send it to Jackie and say, oh my gosh, how did you know? So there's an example of my universe bringing all the, I had the buttons that don't really go, but I still think the turtles don't really go in the fabric. And then I had those lion and the zebras in the little box of trims, little big box of trims. Clara. Hi. 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 The stroller's gone. Yeah, we're safe. Thank you. Oh, she winked at me. All right, it's time to, that was a lot of new things. I had a cat. I had a bath mat. I had a book. Oh, in case you wondered, you want to know what it's like when you have the book and it comes in the mail, the first thing you do is say, where's my name? And it is, in fact, right there. See? That's what you do. My friend Karen, who is an editor, before I was an editor or even knew what it really meant, she would take me in not take me in bookstores, but we'd find ourselves in yarn stores. She'd say, that one, that one, that one. And she'd pull out a book and show me her name. And I'm like, okay. But I do the same thing. It's like, I did that one too. I did that one too. It's fun. It's like because otherwise nobody knows, right? Tech editor is not a glamorous Hollywood position. Although there are Hollywood editors, right? 3 shuffles for our oracle reading. Somebody said a thing, so I need to move that a little bit. Kelly gave me a heart. Yeah, Clara's very protective. Also very, do we say annoying about our children? Definitely a guard dog, definitely very protective, although she's calmed down quite a bit. I think I yanked her in too quickly when I took her out because I needed to be here. She did her thing, but she really wanted to go eat the deer poop, and I yanked her away and brought her back in the house and gave her breakfast instead. But I think she still wants to go have the deer poop. Right now, by the way, update, Clara's poop update. She has good poop. Her poop is good. It's the right color. It's a nice consistency. There's no liquid. So I think, and it's been, I noticed that I took a picture. I was looking for some pictures and I found one from November of last year. I know. Sorry, Diane. Ew. I found one from November of last year where I was lining up all the little Tupperware, they're not Tupperware, Ziploc things and putting in the potatoes and the ground turkey. I've been cooking for this silly dog for over a year now. And she's healthy. No parasites that are bad at the moment. No diarrhea. No pancreatitis that we know of. Nice poops. That's what we're looking for. That's all I ask is that we have nice poops. They're a lot cheaper than not nice poops. Okay, I did 3. We're cutting the deck. This is my weekly Knitter's Oracle reading, the Knitter's Oracle deck designed by Alexandra Tinsley of Wild Hunt. Remember, these are not my reading glasses. Crap. Here we go. Yep. Wild Hunt is the name of her business regarding the Knitter's Oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to deal 3. We're going to go over again. The hand knit gift. I don't think we've had that one before. Hand knit gift is a hit or miss kind of thing. Yeah. I'll tell you, Tammy says paid off. She stopped barking. I am going to make her start earning her ground turkey allowance. Let me tell you. I have ideas. The hand knit gift could be you're thinking someone is special enough to receive a hand knit gift. You're not sure if they're special enough. You're trying it. It's the first offering to see if they're knit worthy. You're hopeful as you hand them the box because they don't know that it's a hand knit gift. You're hopeful that it's received well. Hand knit gift. It's an offering. It's an offering. You don't know if it's going to be received well or not. You're hopeful because then more will follow, right? Okay, next card. Explainer card. The work in progress. We've had that before. Work in progress is you're in the middle of something. I'm making it all about me, and I already know what I'm going to say. We have to see what the third card is. I'll try to not do that. The work in progress, because of course it's all about me in my head, right? So that's where I go. Work in progress is it's kind of the same as the hand knit gift. You're not sure if it's going to turn out. You're partway through, like the hand knit gift is in the process of being offered. The whip is not quite done. Works in progress. There's potential in both places. Hand knit gift, you might be testing the waters to see if somebody's worth your time and your energy. There we go. I'll leave it at that for now. Oh boy, have we had the moth before? I don't know. That's a shocker. That was a surprise ending. The moth is usually a very bad thing. I think maybe we've had the moth before because it looks like he has a little scar there. I feel like I pointed that out before. The moth pretty much puts an ending to any nice relationship with your knitting because it will lay its little whatevers and then the larva will eat your nice knitting or your yarn. This was just brought me to a halt there. Oh, look how nice and lined up everything is today. Excuse me. Perhaps if I had a refreshing beverage. Okay, let's try not to go too far over our half hour. So the suggested interpretations for the hand knit gift is something nice, a kind gesture, a literal gift. Excuse me, I'm sniffing. Flattery, politeness, social nicety. Social nicety. I often am taken by surprise by the suggested interpretations. Something nice, a kind gesture, or a literal gift. Doesn't say or, but a literal gift. Flattery, politeness, social nicety. Flattery implies you're trying to get something. Politeness implies that you're just a nice person. Social nicety implies that you're doing it because you have to. I don't see those with the hand knit gifts. That's interesting. Okay. The work in progress, suggested interpretation, growth. Oh, I got it. Evolution, solid foundation, health, the roots or basis of a thing. And the moth, 36. 36. Where's the frickin', oh, it's the very last one. Suffering, oh boy, pain, despair, loss, hardship, a burden to bear. Oh boy. Let's read that one again. Hand knit gift. I'm just going to not look at that again. The hand knit gift is something that you put forth to someone else. It's something that you're offering of yourself to someone else. You know what, though? What if this person's receiving the gift? What if they've just accepted the gift? Although normally those hands would imply you're handing the gift over, but it could be that you're also receiving the gift. And then the whip, just something's in progress. What were the other things they said? 9. Bad news, right, Tammy? Moth. 9. Something nice, a kind gesture, a literal gift, flattery, politeness, social nicety. So overall a positive, unless you're doing it because you have to. The hand knit gift is a gesture, a positive gesture, I would say. I can't believe you'd ever offer a hand knit gift in anger or let me take that back. Friends of mine were knitting uteruses not too long ago, mere months ago, mere weeks ago. Okay. And then the moth is just a stupid moth. Suffering, pain, despair, loss, hardship. Well, we're going to leave politics out of it. Go Michigan. And I'm not talking about the university. So much for me leaving politics out of it. So the hand knit gift, I'm still seeing it as an offering to something, to someone. Yeah, it has a bad ending with the moth. Oh, I got it. So the hand knit gift is something that you give of yourself, right? Of yourself because you made the thing. So this is something that you give of yourself. It doesn't have to be a literal thing. It can be your guidance, your friendship, your trust, your work. This is something that you offer someone else, offer to someone, something of yourself that you offer to someone else. Work in progress. It's been going on. It's a continual process. So this is not the beginning of the process. This is a continuation of an existing process. With me? So you're still offering as part of this process that you've been going through. It is obviously not going well. So if you are in a process, in some kind of a cycle, and you are still offering yourself as part of this cycle, offering some piece of yourself, your work or your mind or your trust or your friendship, and it's not being well received, although I can't imagine a moth not loving anything that's hand knit. If it's not being well received, it's done. So we're going to say toxic relationships, all done. If only it were that easy. But if you're in a cycle of some kind and you are still trying and it's not working, that should give you some clues that something has to change. Wow, that's my reading. It applies directly to me, but I'm not going to tell you how. Or in what aspect of my life. Those go on the bottom. And yeah, there we go. Only a couple minutes over. Not 15 minutes over like before. I can't fit this all back in the box. It's not going. There we go. Back in the box. That's it. So last bit of tea. I would have the kitty cat wave goodbye, but it has no arms. So we'll just wave its top stripe. I wish you a good week. Don't let the bad guys get you, and I will see you. Oh, one more thing. I used to do well, it's been evolving, my live streams. Happy Monday, Tammy. They've been evolving. I did them on Facebook Live, although it may not have been Monday mornings at the time. And then I went to YouTube and I'm building up my channel. And I'm so proud to announce as of today, I have 115 viewers or subscribers. But then I realized, but Monday live streams are on Facebook. So what do my subscribers get? So I will be moving the Facebook Live back to, or the Monday live stream, I mean, back to YouTube. I think after my, if you haven't noticed on Facebook, if you're not on Facebook, I'm sorry, but I put in I created an event that's going to happen November something. Well, go look on Facebook and see. I can undo my phone camera now and look at it. Let's see. Let's kill that. Calendar. See, now we are going to go 15 minutes over. November. Not my reading glasses. I think it's the 27th. Let's see if that's true. It is from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern on the 27th. Oh, thank you, Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter. That's creepy. Hi, Kelly. It must be Kelly. Because I didn't just type that in. I'm going to do my annual project review. I did it 2 years ago on Facebook Live, and I did it 1 year ago on Facebook Live, both in November. So it's time for a third one. So I'm pulling every knitting and crochet, any yarn project, not weaving though, and going through all the bags, and we'll see what stays and what goes, and what I've been making in different piles since last year, because I in the pile I had things that I had yarn for but hadn't started yet. So that's another pile. We might have to have that be a separate thing. But this will be the third annual Facebook Live project review, annual project review. We'll figure out how many projects Sarah has in progress. I'm not even going to tell you how many I had the previous 2 years. And then I think after that event, I'll go back to YouTube for my Monday live streams. That'll be like and then I plan to do that every year. I also on Facebook Live, and I also last year did a birthday party for myself on Facebook Live in May, and I'll do that again too. Which means I need 2 more quarters worth of things to do for Facebook Live. I'm trying to be everywhere, trying to make everybody happy. I'll see you next week. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I still don't know how to end gracefully. Okay, we're just going to end. Bye.